We fly with our bikes to Alicante in Spain. From there we start our tour towards Andalusia via Cartagena to Cabo de Gata and past the Sierra Nevada to Granada, then further via Jaen, Baena to Cordoba. After 2 hours and 30 minutes flight, we land in Alicante, mount our bikes at the airport and drive to the nearby hotel. On the first day, our route takes us via Elche to Torrevieja. Our route passes many lemon plantations and everything is ready for the harvest. A friendly local cyclist recommends that we follow this irrigation canal, which we are happy to do until we turn left towards the southern end of the Mar Menor. We were at home for almost 5 months and now we are happy to be on the road again with our bikes and our tent. We are enjoying the good weather in Spain and are making some distance. At lunchtime we passed through Cartagena and in the evening we reached the campsite in Mazarón. The next morning, after just a few minutes drive, we pass these rocks. At the end of Mazarón, our path leads directly along the cliffs. Today, everything is covered with a yellow layer of Sahara dust. The only thing that was even more yellow than the light today was our lunch. The next day has the same color and the same cloudy visibility. We are no longer in the Murcia region, but in Andalusia. And we are only a day's drive away from the Cabo de Gata nature park. But this day's stage is tough. The coast here is beautiful, but also very steep and hilly. And in addition to the almost 1000 meters of elevation, there is also a constant and strong headwind on the way to San Jose. On the next day, we reach the Cabo de Gata Nature Park. It is one of the driest areas in Europe. Its beaches are amazing and can only be reached on foot or by bike. Unfortunately, we cannot stay here any longer. But after a short rest on the beach, we have to continue on this gravel path all the way up to the lighthouse. So we set off on this rocky path. Of course, how could it be otherwise? There is a headwind again. And the higher we get, the stronger it becomes. Slowly but surely, we get closer to the lighthouse and thus the highest point. Exhausted and happy, we look back from the top and look forward to the descent on the other side. Even the road surface wasn't in a good condition, it's always nicer rolling down. One more time going up and down, this time on really good asphalt, and then we finally can see Almeria. After a long wait, we have lunch in the beach restaurant. In Almeria, we leave the coast and drive towards the Tabernas desert. After just a few kilometers, we ask ourselves, what will await us here? Suddenly it seems as we are in another country and another time. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Django seems to be thirsty. No wonder, with all the dust and heat. And there are two more guests coming. They were probably not friends of Django. A case for him. This is also a case for him, but one coffin won't be enough. So turn around again and get a second box. But where is Django? Can he escape? Oh, he's not alone. He has his brothers with him. But now let's get out of here before the sheriff comes. Is he too late again? No, because Django is coming by again. He must have forgotten something. The sheriff doesn't let this chance pass and grabs Django. Django's brothers came back to free him. But what the sheriff grabbed, he won't give back so quickly. There's no time to waste to ensure that peace and order is restored soon. To celebrate the day, the sheriff treats people to a drink and there's a party in the Yellow Rose Saloon. The two Wild West shows at Tabernas yesterday will stay in our minds, but now we're back in reality, even if the area still looks a lot like the Wild Wild West. Today we have more than 1,000 meters of elevation to climb. We cross the Tabernas Desert and everything goes as planned and shown on the navigation system, until our path is suddenly crossed by a railway line that doesn't show up on the navigation system. Things like that doesn't bother us anymore. We unload our luggage and carry it over and then get the bikes. In the afternoon, we see the mountains of the Sierra Nevada with their snow-capped peaks that are over 3,000 meters high, getting closer and closer. The next day, we continue along the northern side of the Sierra Nevada. On our way from Abla to Guadix, we make a short detour to the Castel de Calahorra. From here it was all downhill to Guadix. However, the next day we went from Guadix to Granada over two passes with a total elevation gain of almost 900 meters. We are still on the northern side of the Sierra Nevada and are driving from east to west. We have barely raced down into the valley after the first hill, when it starts going uphill again just behind the bridge. That makes you hungry and thirsty. So we take a quick break. Well fortified, we reach the top of the pass. On the way down into the valley, we pass this lake. We arrive in Granada in the late afternoon. We stay 3 nights in Granada, so we have 2 full days at our disposal. On the first day, we look at the city and its sights, with the exception of the Alhambra, which we will visit on the second day. On our tour through Granada, the cathedral impressed us the most. We are really excited to visit the Alhambra. We start our tour in the Generalife, that means in the gardens of the Alhambra. Then we go over to the fortress and climb its towers. Once we reach the top, we look at the foundations of the original buildings and the Sierra Nevada. Then we go to the palace of Charles V and the Nasrid palaces. For us, the most impressive highlights here are the ceiling of the Sala de los Abencerrajes and the Lion Courtyard with its 124 columns. These are beautiful examples of Moorish architecture. Our next destination is Jaen. So we leave Granada heading north and will now drive through olive groves for several days. On this day, the heat here in the interior of Andalusia is enormous, even though it's only mid of April. Everything is blooming here, but good shady spots are hard to find. Between Campo Tejar and Nualejo, we reach the top of the pass, and then it's mostly downhill in parallel to the motorway. 77 kilometers and 750 meters of altitude in the scorching heat of Andalusia are enough for us. We spent the night at the El Oasis Motorway Hotel. It's only 24 kilometers to Jaen today. That's a good thing, because in the afternoon we hike up to the castle ruins of Castillo de Santa Catalina. We look down on the city with its cathedral and enjoy the view of the surrounding landscape. From Jaen we take the Via Verde del Aceite, the olive oil cycle path, to Baena. This cycle path runs along the former route of the olive oil railway. This was one of the most beautiful stages on the entire tour through Spain and Portugal. The weather was fantastic. There were tunnels, bridges, lots of flowers along the side of the road, and everything embedded in a beautiful landscape with seemingly endless olive groves. We kept asking ourselves, who is going to harvest all this? In Baena, our apartment is decorated with lots of bicycle accessories and is once again located at the top of the mountain. From Baena we go to Cordoba, where we arrive at the hotel in the afternoon after exhausting 63 kilometers and 970 meters of altitude. We stay here for 2 nights because we want to see the inside of the mezquita tomorrow. It is one of the largest religious buildings in the world, beautiful, impressive, and part of the UNESCO World Heritage Site. The interior of the mezquita is part of the next video.